Friends, today's NRI Samay program from Los Angeles brought to you commercial free by listeners like you. Your generous donations make possible for us to stay commercial free, and today's show is pre-recorded. If you have a question for the guest, please send an email to nrisamay@gmail.com. We will follow up with the guest and find the answer for you. Thank you for your support.
Friends, welcome to NRI Samay. Today we are going to talk with Kranthi. She has been an NRI for a very long time. She has been in software industry. Now she is in India, back in India for I think for about last 4 years. She has been doing farming. Friends, we are facing times where farming itself is not a profitable, not even a break even. I think it's we hear news about farmer suicide and so forth, and people are scared about this line of living. So we want to know more about why Kranthi has chosen this path, what inspired her, and how she is currently doing. Kranthi, welcome to NRI Samay.
Thank you.
I don't know if I gave proper introduction or not, but maybe you can add a couple of things about your background. So you were working in software field, right? In Detroit.
That's right. Yep, I have been in US since '98 June, and I have come back home in 2010 August. And before coming to India, when I was working in Detroit, we do have multiple ways of thinking, saying what we want to do and what we couldn't achieve. So that's the reason I took this path, and thinking and talking to the kids across the dining tables, we come across so many questions with kids which even the parents cannot answer related to farming or food that we eat. So to answer many of those questions, I used to prepare myself to answer them. And in the process of learning those things, I wanted to experience myself and prepare myself to see how it works and what I can do to do farming and get into farming and help farmers in India. As right now, what we see in India is we don't see any educated farmers. Farmers are uneducated, mostly uneducated, and who have been doing generations together. And it is like inheritance of farmland, and they do farming, but they don't take proper guidelines. So when I was going through all those things, I thought, okay, to make it better with avoiding the suicides, as you said, some educated farmers and learning in different ways and doing it in a different way might help other farmers learn more from us.
I see.
And I came in 2010 August, and I started in 2011 August in a place called Rambhadrapuram in Vijayanagaram district.
I see.
And I have been doing approximately 45 acres right now.
Wow, okay.
And out of 45 acres, I do multiple horticulture and agriculture crops. And all the horticulture crops are purely organic. We don't use pesticides or weedicides or any chemicals. But for few acres, I have like some land infertility kind of things. So for those, I am using some things to make the land fertile, but not for the crop to grow.
I see. And but just to go back a little bit, you are in US, and then you said you wanted to, I guess, understand better so that you can also answer the questions of your kids. But then when you went to India, is this the goal, or you happened to go to India and then you picked up farming because it also inspired you?
No, when I was going to the websites or learning to the questions that I have got from my kids. I thought this is very simple things. We just ignore minute things in life that what we have seen. It's not easy. When I came into the process, I thought it's not as easy as we talk. So, but when I came to India, I came with a goal that I want to do something, and I want some more people to be inspired what we are doing. And instead of complaining on things that we have, we want to show the difference in how we can make a difference.
Yeah.
And I am making the difference right now, and I see what how I'm making the difference. And I mean, I am making money on it. I have the luxury of working at my own pace, and I am providing food for so many people. Whenever I go to the same grocery stores where I sell my product, I think obviously this is my farm product, and I know many more people are inspired.
Yeah, especially I can't imagine. That must be a very good feeling, right? When you go to the store that is selling your product, which is vegetables, fruits, or grains, or whatever, and people come and buy that, and you know that they are feeding their own family. So it must be an excellent feeling.
Definitely, yeah. I supply for many of the Spencer stores across Visakhapatnam.
I see.
And there are many other residential colleges or messes that I supply vegetables for on everyday basis or alternate basis. For Spencer I do it alternate, for messes I do it every day. And there are few places when I go and see, I know that even I do buy food from the same mess, or I go eat in the same mess when I go for payments or anything like that. When we see that, I know obviously it is from my farm.
Right.
And I can't express the feeling how we feel, but it's more than when I got my first paycheck.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still trying to digest. So you are doing research on the website, and all of a sudden you are in India. And did people think you're crazy, for lack of a better word?
My parents first thought my idea wouldn't be right, and when I couldn't convince my parents, my husband is the one who supported me very well, saying, okay, if you really are not happy doing 7 to 5 work, going to work and coming back and doing the routine everyday life in US, whatever you feel like, you might give it a try, and if you think you cannot do it, obviously, because I have worked for so many years, if I want to come back and if I don't like it, probably we can give it a try coming back. But when he said that, I was glad that at least he is going to give it a try.
Yeah.
But I myself prepared without no background thoughts or any other back thinking. I don't want to come back, and I know I can make it, and it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
And I know it's not as easy as I thought of, and it was plenty of hard work. It took almost 2.5 years for me to get what I am today. And no electricity, no boards, no wells, no water supply.
Is this, most entrepreneurs go through this initially. Is it like as difficult as starting up any other business from scratch, or is it much more?
Much harder than agriculture is lot harder than any other job or any other business that people do.
I see.
Because in business, there is only one disadvantage or one thing that can obstruct you.
Yeah.
which is not natural. But in agriculture, natural calamities are the major role that it plays.
Yeah, and
you should know
control, right?
when we have no control over it.
Yeah.
And labor has no control over it, because today you might think there will be so many people working for you, and tomorrow they might not show up for you for many other reasons.
Right.
And definitely, comparing to any other business, I right now I'm doing 2 or 3 other businesses in India itself. But doing agriculture is a lot harder than any other startup business.
I see. So can you...
It's not a product that we just buy and sell.
Yeah. I mean, you're preparing everything from scratch. So, and I think it's more difficult because there's not much support system, and also this is kind of even though I mean we have been doing it for generations, like you said, people who have been doing are not probably not educated. So you are on your own, right? There is no support system that's there in India.
Yeah, my family background is not a farm agriculture background. My parents are not from agriculture background. My in-laws are not from agricultural background, and I have not gone onto the farmland until I entered onto my own land.
Wow.
So we had no farmlands. And slowly after I have a thought that I want to do it, we started looking around to see a larger land for a smaller amount.
Yeah.
And I started working on it.
I see. Can you tell a little bit more about what you are growing now, or maybe where you started versus where you came now?
Yeah, I have started with nothing on my land. And now I have 8 acres of mango grove, and 8 acres of banana, 8 acres of dates, and approximately 3 acres of paddy. And I do groundnuts, tur dal, and multiple pulses and grains. And I do all kinds of vegetables. Except onion, chili. I don't do onion and chili. Other than that, I do most of the things. Every season I keep changing things. For example, if this season I have tried sweet corn, for the next crop, corn is only for 3 months. So for the next one, I change and try something else. So every time I try to introduce new things in the village that I am doing, because they are not used to new things. So sweet corn is what I introduced here. And right now what I have on my farm is I have bitter gourd, bottle gourd, brinjals, ladyfingers, bindi, and I have all leafy vegetables. All are organic leafy vegetables. I have ginger.
Is that one of the keys for the success to diversify and put multiple different varieties?
Because even though if I lose in one, I gain in one.
I see.
So most of the times what I do is if you have dedication and if you have a right person to help you, there is no question of saying loss. But as I said, natural calamities, you have to calculate many things depending on place where you are. What season it rains, what season the wind blows, how far you are from the sea, and you take 5 or 6 years data of what to plan when, and make a timetable. Like our projects, we schedule on what time we have to start, what time it has to complete. To complete in that specific time, how do we plant, what distance we maintain, all those relate. And it doesn't say if I have planted this season, for example, summer with a 2 meters gap, the rainy season it might come closer or it might go far, because depending on the weather, how it is going to impact your land, things like that. But apart from all these, doing organic is more harder. Because right now, all the lands that we see right now are so much adapted to the fertilizers that the farmers are using, and getting yield out of the lands that we have right now and to make it fertile in organic way is very hard, is getting harder and harder.
I see.
Friends, NRI Samay is a non-profit independent alternate media from Los Angeles, USA, which brings positive stories from grassroots activists from all corners of India and across the world. NRI Samay does not rely on corporate funding and our shows are commercial free. We only rely on your donations. Corporate funded media is driven by the TRP rating and profits are blurring the distinction between news and entertainment. Why do our news channels talk so much about cricket, movies, accidents, popular figures' personal lives, babies of heroines, gossips, etc., while they should be covering the struggles of people, inequality in our society, rural issues, and border security issues? Why did our media raise some corruption crusaders to the sky on one day and shut them off completely when graft charges were raised on those corporate sponsors? Media relies so much on the corporate funding and government blessings that they cannot report independently. NRI Samay is different. We don't accept funds from any corporations and hence our shows are commercial free. We completely rely on donations from you. Please consider donating to NRI Samay and please go to nrisamay.com and donate generously. This is the only way together that we can continue NRI Samay. All donations are kept transparent on nrisamay.com. And if you have any questions, please write to nrisamay@gmail.com.
When you were doing the research and then you decided to move to India, did you have like a role model, or did you read, or did you know about somebody who has done this, which is going from
I have
software field to agriculture?
I haven't seen anybody who has come back from US and doing it here. But after I came here, now I have seen so many people who have been getting into it, and I have been working with so many youngsters, or my generation group, that have been working on this. And while going through the web, I have gone through people who have been doing this, but I haven't met them yet. I have been in touch with over the phone.
I see. So there's no network or anything that you guys meet, or
Not really. Not really.
That would be nice, right? Don't you think?
If I wish we could do one, but right now with the learning process that we are going through, every farmer who has been in this phase is busy with working on their farm. So nobody of us are paying attention to getting a website created or making a blog or something like that. But there are blogs who each individual farmer is working on his own blog. But it would be nice. A group can do one.
Yeah, not like a blog, but I was thinking maybe like a convention where people can get together and share ideas, or at least maybe even over like a Google Hangout or somewhere where people can directly interact, not like a blog. But
as of now, I don't think anyone had one or anyone is maintaining one, but I have not gone through anything.
I see. And how was the learning in terms of how much did the research that you have done help you to begin this farming versus how much did you learn just by doing it? Did any of the research you did before starting help you in any way?
It did give me a basic idea of how it is going to be, but learning is never book learning is not at all enough when it comes to experience or experiments. I came with one idea of how it is going to be, but as the years went or as the months went or with the things that happen around me when I'm really doing it has a lot of difference. Even today, it's still a learning process. Every day we learn something new. Every day I see something new. I hear something new. And I don't know whether to implement all or not, but we try to implement and work on small parts of the land so that to see whether what I heard would make a difference or not.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a lot different than what we just read in books.
I see. And so you, when you moved, did you move just by yourselves, or was the entire family moved? And if
no, actually, I moved with my kids and myself, and my husband stayed back for another 8 or 9 months, and he moved. Now he is also here with us.
That's nice. So, do you get to spend time with your family as much as you did when you were working?
Not really. Because farming is always a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
Because I have livestock. I have 2 different livestock.
I see.
I have cows. I have cattle on my farm. I have emus.
Yeah, I read that you were doing emu farming. How is that going? Because I heard it was when farmers started emu in AP, there was a lot of demand, but it kind of went down. Is that true?
Actually, it's the perception and the way that we do. That's what I said. Educated and uneducated makes a lot of difference. So when everybody started, everybody in India thought it would give. It's like a golden egg.
Yeah.
Golden goose or goose laying a golden egg. So everybody started it. But they had no proper plan of how to utilize it or how to market it. But now with a couple of better educated farmers in emu have created a small organization kind of thing. We have like 25 to 30 farmers who have pooled together, and we have started a small industry kind of things where we process our product, and we are exporting to US right now.
Wow.
Emu oil is being exported to US.
Yeah.
So for me, when it comes to emu farming, I'm not at loss.
Yeah.
So because it's basically how we planned. So with the group, I went when everybody said we are at loss. We started a small group 3 years, approximately 2.5 to 3 years ago. And all the farms, even though we are at loss, we thought, okay, let us all invest a little more money into it and see if we can be productive, and which is giving us better fruits today.
Yeah. So everybody pulled out, but you guys stayed there, and then you sustained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still doing emu farming, and every 3 months we have change of crops. So obviously, planting, growing, removing, again replanting. It's a cycle for us, so we don't get to take the opportunity of taking long breaks. I do go home every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
I stay on farm, and my kids and husband, along with my parents, live in the city, in Visakhapatnam. So I go every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And do you have any help, or you're by yourself on the farm?
In the farm, I am by myself.
I
Recently, from the last 15-20 days, my brother started helping me out.
I see.
But before that, I was all by myself.
Yeah. And you said most of your horticulture is organic. Can you tell us why you choose organic farming?
There is no specific reason in saying why I chose, but definitely there is no point in using chemical when we get healthier food and less expensive farming is organic farming. We don't get to spend, and we get better yield. I'm not finding why we should spend on chemicals, first thing. And it is a lot healthier than the chemical.
Chemical-based farming, right? Yeah.
Farming, yeah. And the price, when it comes to the price, when I'm doing it for lesser, why not sell it for the same price and make profit out of it? And the shelf life is longer. So obviously, even though if I sell it once, the buyer is coming back to me asking for the product. So what is the point in doing? Why do I have to do chemical farming?
Wow, that's. I read such things on in articles, but it's good to hear from real farmers saying that it's actually cheaper to do organic farming. Obviously, it's costlier to use chemicals, but the conventional wisdom is that you get more yield out of it. So overall, you are saying it's actually cheaper to do organic farming.
Definitely, it's a lot cheaper to do organic farming in horticulture. In agriculture, for vegetables and all, yes, it is labor intense and it's a bit expensive. But especially for horticulture, there is no point in using chemicals at all.
I see. And how about the seeds that you guys use? Is it also the organic seeds, or was there any genetically modified? Have you tried? And do you make your own seeds, or how do you purchase them?
For all the horticulture crops like mango, guava, gooseberry, dates that I have purchased the plants which are not organic. But plants doesn't matter in this.
I see.
But when it comes to vegetables, first time when I came to India and I don't want to see a bare land, then I started buying regular store seeds and sowed them. But after that, eventually I started saving my own seed. So for now that I'm using, most of the seeds are my own seeds, or there are few seeds that I go to the store and they are genetically modified.
I see.
So there are few stores where we find organic, but I don't think we are finding, we are not finding all the seeds that we want. So there are organizations where they are just developing organic seeds, but I have not gone until that point.
I see. Yeah, as far as the yield is concerned, have you seen much difference from genetically modified seeds versus the organic ones?
Yes, definitely. The organic ones yield less, but the quality is good.
I see.
Whereas genetically modified ones, there is a better yield, but obviously the quality also, we do grading and slowly it takes maybe 1 or 2 generations to get it completely modified and give us a better yield as the quality and the quantity to increase.
1 or 2 generations, you mean 1 or 2 seasons?
Seasons, yeah.
I see. Okay, excellent. It's been a learning last 45 minutes or so for me personally. Is there anything else you would like to cover before we wrap it up?
For me, if anybody who is still in dilemma of thinking, it's just a message. Anybody who wanted to get into farming, please don't hesitate. Think about it. Don't do on a larger quantities, but give it a try. At least for your families, grow healthier food that you can on a smaller land, and grow only for your own family. It's for our own good.
Excellent.
Other than that,
yeah. Thank you very much, Kranthi. Thanks for taking time and explaining us very valuable information.
Thank you so much, Srihari.
Thank you. Friends, that is it for today from us. I'm Sri Hari Atluri signing off for today. Thank you.
Friends, if you liked today's show, please go to youtube.com/NRI Samay and click on the subscribe button. You will get notified every time we publish a new show. And you can also like us on our social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Google.